Hey guys,
Hey.
So I know the audio's been scuffed the last wee bit, and I've worked out why. So I've been doing all these audio tests, and I've been suffering from this like hissing noise in the background, and to get rid of that, I've been messing about with it, and
then it sounds like, hello, I'm under the water.
And like what happened last week was the problem was I turned the computer off, and I didn't have the original edit of it, and it was just one of those ones. It was just like, oh my god. So like I think I've fixed all the audio issues. It turns out my microphone was just not plugged in the whole way.
Do you want to tell them why? Okay,
the reason why is because it's keyless, is because I'm using my microphone more often than just not, like, normally we just use the microphone for just like or for recording, and then I just like throw it up and that's it. So yeah, we've been playing Helldivers. I've been playing Helldivers the past week and a half. Absolutely love it. I would really recommend it actually. See if you haven't got it, go get it. Honestly, it's the most fun I've had playing co-op.
It's good. I only started playing it last night.
And why have you only started playing it last night?
Because my sister got me Animal Crossing for my birthday.
So Megan's been playing Animal Crossing.
I'm officially 30 now, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As of yesterday. I don't know when this video is going up, but as of April 2nd, I'm officially
30.
Yeah. Don't feel any different. James is like, does this actually class you as like a MILF now that you're in your 30s? And I was like, are you saying it wasn't one before, James?
No, but like...
You're my husband.
No, but like, see the way people... Like, MILF, you need to be in your 30s, at least.
You have to be in your 30s? Yeah, is that like a requirement?
Yeah, it is a requirement, because like just because you're 19 you've got a child, don't mean you're a MILF, I'm sorry. It means you're a hoe.
Okay, James.
Yeah, well, all right. Anyway, so look, that's all sorted. I don't know what we're going to do for Gumroad this week, but last week, what did we do? The week before we did Donnie the Pumpkin.
Last week we done, I Think We're Alone Now.
Oh yes, that creepy ass documentary.
If anybody's watched
it, oh my god,
I added Kelly on Facebook, and she accepted.
She she gives me the willies. So she does now. Don't seek her out. Don't seek her out.
Don't send her anything. Just leave her alone.
Just leave her alone. But oh my god.
Watch from afar, if you wish.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, but the best thing is Megan's been going down her friends list.
Yes.
And seeing all the creatures of the day.
Ridiculous.
Peak animal watching, honestly. So yeah, like that's all the updates. My audio scuffed because I'm going to blame Helldivers, and that's what's been making the video sound so trash.
Oh, that's what James is going to blame it on. Not his trash editing skills or soundbar skills at all.
I don't know what you're on about. Anyway, look, let's jump into this one. Which moment in Roman history was the first event that directly contributed to the empire's ultimate collapse? In other words, which event was beginning of the end?
Okay.
What does it say?
This submission has been removed because it involves current events. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna get into this because Megan would be very disappointed. I'm just putting it out here. I'm not the biggest fan of the Empire. I prefer the Republic. I feel like the Republic is far more interesting. And although Caesar is my favorite,
that was the thing. You see, whenever that whole thing was going about on TikTok, it's like, ask your partner, your boyfriend, like, how often do they think of the Roman Empire? And I said to James, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? And he goes, not a lot. And I go, oh really? Because I know he's like a Roman buff. And he's like, no, I more think about the Republic. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, but the Republic is actually genuinely far more interesting.
And then he went into one, and I was like, look, James,
honestly, the Empires were like, okay, they're not at their complete height, but like honestly, they're making the most progress, and look, they're just cool. And also, you know what makes the Republic I think so cool is because you can have so many great men in power at the same time, and they're just outstanding. Could you imagine?
I'm pretty sure if I was bent over with my ass on show and Caesar was bent over with his ass on show, James would pick Caesar. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm like dead ass serious.
Yeah, there's a reason why I picked his bust for Nick Beardia, not gonna lie. I was going to go a little big.
Because you want to bust in his pussy.
Oh, don't say that to Caesar, man. Don't say that. Let's keep going. What else do we have in store? We've got some actually really funny ones today, actually. They're not really like disgusting or anything. There's no like, well, I don't think there is. I can't remember, but like I think they're just like silly funny ones.
James can't remember is what he saves half the time.
Like I just gather stuff up, and you know what I mean. Like we'll see. Oh, this one here is funny. So let me just open this one for you. I thought this one was good. Am I wrong for cancelling my order at this coffee shop? Okay. So why would he do such a thing?
Okay. I was at this coffee shop and the cashier was really pretty. She had a cool anime tattoo also.
You know where this is going. Where this is going. You just know.
I was going to get some coffee and a donut and I said, hey, I like your tattoo. What's your favourite character from that anime? She kept a straight face and she just said, how can I help you? Then I said, I really like anime too, and I just wanted to see what shows and characters she liked. She still showed me no emotion and was like, sir, do you want anything?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I just said, actually, I did, but you made me change my mind. Bye. And I walked away. I didn't want coffee anymore after that. I was trying to be nice and get to know her, and she was acting like that.
Oh, the woes.
Oh, how many fucking weebs does she get a day going, oh my god, do you like anime?
Yeah, I would be regretting that tattoo. Or is it one of those ones where a girl wears like a band t-shirt? It's like, oh, name me the best album. Name me one song. You know, it's going to be one of those ones.
Do you not see the ones on, well, there's ones on TikTok, and you know, there's quite a lot of like Nirvana merch out at the minute.
Yeah.
And this girl, she deleted her video. She actually deleted her whole TikTok because she was getting that much fucking backlash from it. She was like, whenever I see like dads and like old mums and all rocking about with Nirvana tops on, it's like, can you not get your own brand? Like Nirvana's like a cool brand. And they're like, a brand?
What?
Nirvana is a band, my guy. And she's like, no, it's a brand. And she was fully trying to defend herself in the comments. Going, no, it's a clothing brand. And they're like, are you okay? Like,
absolute
are
zimmers.
You okay?
Oh my god. Now, I'm just going to go right here and say it. I think everyone goes through a Nirvana phase.
I went through a heavy
If you don't go through a Nirvana phase, I don't think you actually enjoy music.
Well.
Yeah, I think like anyone who's like remotely interested in music.
In the slightest goes through a Nirvana stage.
Like, I couldn't listen to him now. Like, it's not really, they're not really...
I can listen to Heart-Shaped Box. I can't listen to...
the bulk of them.
Teenage Spirit.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that I just like, I've never listened to. Same thing with Iron Maiden. Can never listen to Iron Maiden. Same with...
I think we'd done this last week.
No, that was on Gumroad, so it was.
But, she was fully convinced Nirvana was a brand.
Now, one thing I will...
And people were wrecking her.
One thing I will...
My guy.
One thing I will say is, though, I've came to the point where I actually detest Kurt Cobain on a personal level. Now, let me explain myself before people like scream at me.
I don't detest the man.
I feel like he was just like, okay, so what gets me about him is like, I've made all this
pussy, to be fair.
He was massive pushover, and I can't be dealing with that type of like lettuce mentality.
And don't get me wrong, I wish he was still here because
could you imagine what he'd be like? Oh god!
No, I wish he was still here. In the fact of, could you imagine the music we would have got?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It would have been really cool.
It would have been unbelievable.
Yeah, because he did die at his height and all that.
Peak. He died at his peak.
Now the thing that gets me about him is, oh man, I sold out to the man. It's like, well, so you've got all this money.
He died. Oh no, it's tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's actually topical. Yeah, there you go.
4th of April.
Yeah, 4th of April. He died.
30 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm 30.
Yeah,
30
yeah.
Years.
Yeah. The thing is, he got all this money. And my idea is, well, why don't you use your money for good then? Instead of being like, I sold out to the man, this. Why do you not go ahead? It's like, right, okay, you're really into music. Why don't you go ahead and start a fund for like maybe promoting like smaller bands?
Bands, or like getting like kids in like...
Or like maybe like
underfunded neighborhoods or something, into like music,
or maybe like I'll do
rock type of thing.
I'll give you like a few hundred drum sets, or something,
guitars and amps. And
you just show up, play. If you're good, I'll give you it. How does that sound? You know what I mean? He could have done so much with his money to actually achieve more of what his goals could have been, but instead he's like, no, I sold out, man. I can't be dealing with that. That just really annoys me. And you know what? If I'm off, I'm off. But you guys can argue with me in the comments over that one.
Hold on. Oh yeah, that's who she's married to. His daughter's married Tony Hawk's son.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. No,
I knew she was married to someone like that, but I couldn't figure out who it was.
Oh, did you see this? Actually, so there's been loads of loss. It's actually, look, while we're on the topic, because we're never going to talk about Nirvana again on this channel, more than likely.
Yeah.
So you know the baby on the album cover?
Yeah. He tried to.
Yeah, he tried to sue them. But the thing is, he was like taking money, like doing like autographs and stuff.
For it, because I'm the baby, but then all of a sudden it was child abuse because.
Yeah, he was making all this money off being like.
I don't even think his wanky was out, was it?
I think it was. I can't remember now.
Was it?
Hold on, let me Google it. Let me
Nirvana.
see. Nirvana album cover.
Baby.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is actually. Yeah, I never noticed that actually.
I never noticed that actually.
Is that Wait,
it's not. It's his foot.
Yeah, that is his foot.
Is it?
They would never have put that on an album cover. That would never have been on an album cover. You know. See, like there's photos of him with it. Anyway, look, let's keep going.
Look, there's photos of him, and yeah, he looks like Kurt Cobain. He's trying to make himself look like Kurt Cobain.
No, I think he's just got the surfer dude look.
I don't know.
You know.
he's got fucking Nevermind tattooed on his chest, across his chest. I was like, you're trying to fucking sue me? You literally have Nevermind?
Okay,
right.
That's interesting. Now here, Megan, you ready for this one? This one just reminds me of your mum.
Oh yeah. Yep. She made fire-ass wings and her son took a bite out of all. There's literally my mum.
Her son, Peter Beale, done it by child's son, certain dominance over chicken wings. No, the thing was, like, your mom was like that, where she would, like, take, like, a nibble.
She would take, like, 3 bites of a chicken wing and put it down. There's so much meat on it. And James would just look at her and go, Rosie, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, what, I'm done?
No, Rosie,
like,
that's
no,
not...
you're not. Look at it. James got really,
no, like, actually...
really fucking annoyed him.
No, and then there was another time where we got, like...
We got a KFC, and me, you and Mum ate some of it.
Yeah,
and then later on, James went back to eat more of it, and all the chicken that was left, all the skin was eaten off it. And James looked at it and went, Rosie, what did you do? She went, oh, I just really like the skin, so just ate all the skin.
Fuck. Mate, I'd love a... Oh, mate, Megan, can you go...
No.
Oh, okay. I'd really love a KFC
no,
today now.
No, we're not eating a KFC.
Okay, you know what?
We went out for dinner yesterday.
Yeah, went out for dinner.
And then the day before, we had a Burger King because we were out all day.
Yeah, and then also, like, it's just been... We've been pretty flat, and also we've been just living on chocolate. See the amount of Easter eggs people give you?
Easter eggs I've given whenever you have a child.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like... James is like, this is a sign of wealth within the Easter community.
Yeah, we've got
Easter eggs.
Yeah, we've got tons of Easter eggs in the living room, so we do. I don't know how we're going to go through them at this point, honestly. So we'll do a funny one, and then we've got an actual horrible cringe one. So we do. So this one, you know what? This is an Otherkin one. I haven't heard about Otherkin in
forever. I honestly don't even hear that much about furries anymore, to be fair.
No, furries seem to have, like, honestly, doesn't seem to be many of them knocking about these days.
Or it could be because I don't look for it.
Yeah.
Because we just done too much for it. I'm like, nah.
I got burnt out on furries. Something shocking. Like, it's like, oh, you know, the problem is, it's like, it's always boils down, like, some really big person within, like, the furry circles ends up molesting a dog or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it happened again.
It happened again, guys.
It happened again. It happened again. It's like, oh, come on. It's like, you know what it's like? It's almost like, oh, you know, there's this like, kid's Minecraft YouTuber, and he's a pedo.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, okay. Sure. Goldblock, he's up to no good? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Alright, okay.
Okay.
You know, it's like...
Expected at this point.
I don't know how many times you have to do something before it's like...
Yeah, this is a thing, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of just par for the course. Anyway, look, let's do this one.
It's not about acting like other animals. Side note, humans are a kind of animal.
Alright, okay.
It's about an inner identity.
That was
I've met some fucking animals, by the way. So.
Yeah, I don't know if every human counts as fully sentient.
Yes.
I'm mates with a few people that I know that, you know what?
Definitely isn't.
Like, I was talking to one of my friends, and I think one of the main defining factors of what constitutes, like, human sentience is the ability to provide for the future.
Yes.
The ability, like, a dog buries its bone, so I suppose you could argue that's to some degree planning for the future, but the idea of self-delayed gratitude, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, the idea of being like, okay, no, we're not gonna, or like, the earliest examples, I think, are like, there's like humans in like Africa, like 60,000 years ago or whatever, and they used like ostrich eggs or something to store water underground, and that's like one of the earliest forms of like humans forward thinking that we have evidence of, you know? Anyway, back onto the furries.
It's about an inner identity. Take a moment to visualize yourself, not restrained by your physical appearance, but rather without restriction. For me, that gives me something that is not human. Okay. I feel non-human phantom limbs.
I can't feel my legs.
I can't feel my legs.
My arms. Why are we here? Just to suffer.
When I'm stressed and anxious, my instinctive response is to hiss.
Wait, what animal are they?
A cat.
Are they? Femboy, fox?
Dragon, no dragon.
Are they dragon?
Dragon synth, that's their name.
Alright, okay then, yeah.
Do dragons hiss?
I suppose, yeah, lizards can hiss. Well, Komodo dragons hiss.
My instinctive response is to hiss. I sometimes find myself walking on the balls of my feet. My toes, balls of my feet / my toes, as though I were digitigrated.
What?
Rather than plantigrade. What?
It means like they're standing like on their like,
oh, right,
going, like
okay.
walking about like that. So it's kind of like, you know, the way they've.
So the autism walk.
Yeah, yeah, they're doing the autism walk.
And my mother always said I walked oddly, and she blamed herself. But I would imagine that if all humans needed to learn to walk properly by walking on other people's feet, humans would not know how to walk properly in the first place.
I'm just going to put it out here. The autism walk is actually the correct way we're supposed to walk. The reason, okay, so it used to be that before we had modern shoes, we walk lazy.
Not supposed to walk like that.
We're supposed to walk more like that.
We're not. We're not. I have seen the video, and that is bullshit. Why would you do that whenever it's put more strain in your legs and more strain on your back?
It's only more strain because we're not used to it.
But it would be more strain.
No, I'm telling you,
it would be.
We walk lazily.
We don't walk lazily.
We do, because we walk forward and we put our heel touches.
Yeah, but why is our Achilles heel meant for that? To keep your foot down?
Yeah, no, Megan. Alright, okay, look, we're just going to keep going here, because I'm not going to be able to convince you.
No, because it won't. You won't.
Like, what do you guys think? Is the autism walk, like, I suppose we did kind of, apparently now, before humans had, like, modern shoes, we would walk more on the front of our feet. Whenever we walk now with modern heels on, we walk and our heel touches the ground first instead of the front of our foot. Apparently we were supposed to do that, and especially if you think about walking around forests and shit, or walking around, like, you know, you can, like, more tap more so you don't, like, you know what I mean? Does that make any weird sense? It's really hard to do this without, like, diagrams and shit, okay, guys? Let me show you. Well, I'll do a fit video next week.
And while this is difficult, it also seems to be just as natural to me as walking in a more typically human manner. I sometimes have a strong urge to make sounds that humans don't seem to make, typically something akin to a growl / whine, but with varying emotion.
That little autism noise, autistic screeching.
These things are not chosen actions, they just exist as part of me. Maybe my brain is wired a little weird. Maybe my spirit remembers being in other bodies. Whatever the explanation, all I know for sure is that I do experience these things as natural parts of my existence. And labels like Therian, Alterhuman, and Otherkin suit me because of that. They are descriptive of my experiences of my existence as someone who, while inhabiting a human body, doesn't feel internally human.
I don't really have anything to put on that. That's just...
fruit.
Yeah.
Are you tired of overreaching and overbearing censorship on important and non-important issues? Well, you're in luck. For just $7.50 a month, you can get access to over 60 hours of completely uncensored and unhinged schizo takes from Megan and James. From us.
I mean, look, it's 60 hours at the minute. Every week we do a minimum of like 3 hours.
Yep.
So, you know.
You get a lot of content.
There's a lot on there.
A lot of content. Ranging from... or even... yes, they are that spicy. Even the name of the topic must be censored. We can't even promote it on YouTube. You can stream or download all the videos from Gumroad and cancel your membership at any time. Though new videos every week on average come to 2 to 3 hours long, so we can really go in depth on any topic, and we are not strangled by the YouTube algorithm.
That's a big issue I always find.
Yeah. We can be open and uncensored and not have to worry about any of that.
If you want to talk about a subject, YouTube really promotes, you're going to have to get that done in 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. But on this, we can really take our time and really delve into it.
And most weeks we do bonus off-topic videos. And yes, we even have a teaser video you can download for free from nickbeardia.co.uk. In it we talk about Northern Ireland for 4.5 hours.
I don't even think we scratched the surface.
No,
guys.
It's to try and help you understand who we are as people, our worldview, and how we can kind of be aliens to most people. If any of that sounds good to you, go ahead, links down below, and let's get back to the video.
Right, you ready for something actually way more depressing?
Okay.
Right, you ready for this one? Well, you know what? There's a bit on it that I think is really funny, and we can't really talk about too much because it's YouTube.
Okay.
But, like, I'm just going to flash it up on screen here, so...
rip out the fetus and do what you want with it?
Yeah, but just, like...
Rip that C-E-N-T out of me. Go down. Rip that C-E-N-T out of me.
Use it for
dog food.
Whoever reported the sexual content involving minors, unborn babies are not legally considered minors. Okay, so yeah, that's all, like, pretty horrible. But if we go to the sidebar, what is that highlighted there?
Oh my god.
That's, like, I just felt like I had to put that bit in.
Trans men can get abortions too.
Right, we can't talk about that because it's YouTube. If you would like any of that sort of stuff, you know where you guys know where to go. That's all I gotta say. Let's just keep going because I don't feel like that this topic we can really do justice on anyway. So look, let's just keep going. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What? Shock doctors discovers 30-year build-up of smegma under the foreskin of married man who was suffering agonizing pain in his penis.
Wash your...
A married man. So there is somebody relatively frequently around his penis. And they don't say,
mate,
wash your dick.
Mate, the married man rushed to hospital after seeing
chunks fall
from his
genitalia.
Jeez!
Shock doctors realised it was a 30-year-old build-up of smegma. They urged members of the public to regularly and thoroughly wash themselves. His private parts hadn't been active for 30 years. If we hadn't found it, his partner might have discovered his treasure first.
Treasure!
I've
got so many questions for this one.
Hi.
Look, there's thingy. That's your man.
Oh. Mate, that is ridiculous.
You know what? On a lighter note, there's these plants in Helldivers that kind of look like little foreskin plants.
Yeah. So kill you.
No, they don't kill you. They just
do a lot of damage.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing.
Smegma is the worst word in the world, in the universe.
Yeah, it
Somebody
is.
said, yeah, and people called me Smegma for a while.
Oh yeah, Smegma. Yeah,
my best friend still calls me Smeg.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, it's better than Shut Up Meg, I suppose.
Yeah, fuck that.
This one's a bit of an old one. I wonder, Megan, you know a few people that are into this sort of stuff, so let's just go for it. Let's see what they have to say.
Feminine here. What if I told you that magic is an extremely common practice among high-profile Instagram thought models, porn stars, and OnlyFans sluts, and celebrities on the app? And that over the years I managed to befriend and have strange conversations with a number of these high-profile girls with 6/7 figure follower counts. They would tell me firsthand how they purposely upload erotic or tantalizing pictures of themselves to lure in male coomers. They brag about devouring your male elixirs and using it to gain power in their rituals.
No!
So what is it, like the more people who come over you?
Yeah, it's like power. Yeah, I don't know.
Men are literally powering these Insta thoughts and making them richer and more beautiful with their cum, while simultaneously weakening men themselves, and men don't even know it. Sure, everyone in here jokes about succubi and semen demons, but what if I told you that it's a legit phenomenon? You think the increasing gynocentric power and status in society and the decreasing power of status of men, the era of the simp, is just a coincidence? It's literally one big magic ritual orchestrated by porn and online advertising companies, occultists, and the girls themselves, and most men are none the wiser.
So what do you think, Megan? Honestly, okay, so one thing I find really interesting is the more and more I talk to people online, the more people I come across that do actually believe in magic, like 100% believe in magic. Yeah. One thing I will say is though, so I don't believe in ghosts, but the house me and Megan live in is straight up haunted.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know how to explain it. If I told you guys everything that we've came across in this house, no one would believe me.
No.
A good example actually was so Jacob was on. He came on. He has this he's one of my friends IRL. He's got a really big business at the minute. It's doing really well. He was the one that had the interview with Tristan Tate a while back, and we did an interview on Gumroad with them. Yeah. And last time he was in the house, we were drinking in the kitchen, and
he's an electrician. Yeah, an engineer.
Yeah,
right. And I had a few people around drinking, and he was sitting on my countertop, next to where my kettle is.
Yeah.
And but it was beside him. Nobody was near the kettle.
And he was watching. You turned out, he saw it.
He watched it, and the kettle switched on by itself, and then switched off. And he looked at it, and he was saying, "There's physically no way that can happen." He says, "I know the workings of a kettle." He says,
the way that switches.
That can't.
That's the only time I've seen someone else be able to actually see it.
And Jacob doesn't believe in any of
that.
No,
he doesn't.
Jacob's fully logical.
Well, I would say he's religious. But I don't think he wouldn't believe in ghosts and stuff.
No.
He wouldn't go for any of that.
He he says, no, that's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, I try and tell people. And he was like, I'm not saying it's haunted. He says, but
it's really weird.
That's something I physically can't explain. It's like, I am telling you.
The biggest one ever is, like, so your auntie, right? Now, the thing is, your auntie's a bit weird on it.
No, but she's only been weird from that.
Now, this is the thing that gets me, though. If you cannot, the way she changed cannot like happen without something of happening. There's no, you can't have such a shift in a human being without that something happening. So you tell the story, because you know better than me.
Now, my auntie was never like that before. Now, she was always like a queen.
Yeah.
But she was never like this.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad, I was quite young. I was probably about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad went away for the weekend, and my auntie and my uncle came and stayed to mind me and my sister.
Yeah.
And they stayed, and my auntie had an experience in the house. She was in the kitchen, and
you were away to bed.
We were in bed, and she heard like a bucket. She said it sounded like somebody emptied a massive bucket of water from the top floor, and it splashed like on the bottom floor. So she was sitting at the top of the table. She got up and turned round to go up the hallway, and as she turned round in the doorway, there was a man, just a black figure, standing in the doorway, the full height of the doorway, staring at her.
Looking down at her.
And she says she froze.
Yeah.
And from that...
I mean, like, she's wild into all this stuff now.
Like, she went through a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Because of it. And she ended up on all these medications. And then she ended up coming off the medications and going into, like, spiritual deep diving.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff.
And, like, now she does, like, Reiki and all that stuff because, like, it fucked her up, man.
Nah, I just don't, like... I just don't believe that nothing happened. Like, no. I don't think
there had to have been something that pinpointed that whole complete shift.
Yeah, like, something had to have happened. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it, and I don't understand
and my mum...
Yeah. Oh, your mum was haunted as...
My mum, whenever she lived in this house, things happened to my mum that you couldn't explain.
Like, tell about the arm.
Yeah, my mum woke up one morning and there was a gash in the inside of her arm.
Like I mean gash, like, it wasn't like
where her armpit is, like, just on the inside of her arm.
And it looked like a nasty one.
And I mean, it was deep. She still had a scar and all from it.
Yeah, she did.
It was a deep fucking, like, chunk of her skin missing.
And like, she doesn't have, like, nails to be able to, like...
No. My mum always bit her nails, so she didn't have nails to, like, scratch herself in her sleep. And she didn't let the animals sleep in the room with her.
No. And it was too far in to actually to bite. Yeah. Like, you couldn't have done that in your sleep. There's no way you could have done that.
But it wasn't a bite mark. It was like a
scratch
gash.
Yeah, it was as if like a nail.
And my friend at the time was staying over, and we woke up. My mum was like, "Look at my arm." We went, "What the?" And we went round the whole house. But the thing was, that was that big of a gash that there would have been blood.
Yeah.
And there wasn't blood anywhere in the house. And we were walking around the house trying to figure out where the fuck...
Because your ma was wild for, like, getting up in the middle of the night.
And dandering. And my mum took sleeping tablets as well to help her sleep because she had really bad insomnia. So sometimes, like, she would get up and she would, like, bump into things.
Yeah.
But not like this.
Nah.
It was ridiculous. And, like, there's other instances of my mum, like, talking to people.
Yes.
And, like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
And the other thing is, so your dad says that this house was made in, like, the 70s.
Yeah.
And it was all farmland before, because he's from this town.
Yeah.
And he said it was all just
farmland.
Yeah, like, so before that, like, it isn't like...
Like, that back road?
Yeah.
Was the road, because it's the old thing.
Yeah, the old road. So the one in front of the house is the new one.
That's the new one. So this was all farmland, but that was the old road. So that road, you know, whenever you walk down there and you can actually walk across the lights and there's another road. Yeah. That was the main road into...
Yeah. Oh, I have to cut that.
Wow. Have to cut that out. But that was the main road into the town. But then all this and all that
was all farmland. So like that, like, you know, it's one of those. It's really weird.
It's strange.
And I just can't explain it.
But it is a Viking settlement.
Yeah, it is. And also, we live right beside where, like, what St. Patrick's first. Yeah, thingy was like beside us, and there's loads of, like, and again, we do live, like, not far away is one. So Ireland was actually one of the last places actually, like, humans moved to. Yeah, it was only, I think humans only actually arrived in Ireland, like, maybe between 10,000 to 15,000 years ago, because it was under ice.
Settled here during D-Day.
Yeah, that was a thing. Okay, so yeah, well, I can't really put that.
They'll be able to find that.
Yeah, I can't really say about that, but yeah, it was one of the main bases for the Americans in World War II and stuff. where we are. So, like, it's... And again, like, you know, but again, it's a seaside place in anywhere in the UK is going to be like that. You know, it's just the way it is. I don't know. Look, let's keep going. So what do you guys think? By
the way, did you hear about... I don't know what this video is.
No, it's kind of...
Right, I went on a deep dive. Right? Did you hear about now a lot of controversial, let's say, celebrities have came out and said that they couldn't say too much because they didn't know what they can and couldn't say, right? Yeah. But one of the ones that came forward is Jack Osborne.
Right.
Said this. He said he was talking to someone. He says, now this was years ago, he was talking who worked in Beyonce's team.
Right, okay.
And he said he's quite close with this person. But the person who works in Beyonce's team is really close with Beyonce's sister.
Right.
Right? And she was saying that Beyonce released an album in like, I think it was like 2009, 2008. Right. And then nothing until like, what, 2018?
Was it?
Something like that. It was 2010, 2011, maybe it was. And then nothing, right? But to get her resurgence, and then she came out with this whole like Sasha Fierce thing and all this, but to get her resurgence, she had to go through trial and a ritual.
Is this why they all say about the...
listen. That she had to have an incestuous relationship, get pregnant, and abort the baby.
Alright.
Now, she apparently had an incestuous relationship with her father.
Alright.
Got pregnant. And that's why a lot of the pregnancy photos and stuff, the videos of her, look fake.
Yeah.
Because she had to pretend that afterwards, because she had to abort the baby, but she had to let it get to a certain point.
Yeah.
Before they abort, they had to have like fully formed.
Yeah.
Before she aborted.
Yeah.
But then she still had to. She was out in public, people seeing the pregnancy, so that's why she put on and she had a surrogate for Blue.
Aye. Oh, do you have to do that after?
Yeah. So she was pretending she was still pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, like all the foldy things and all, and then she had a surrogacy with Blue.
Mate, I don't know. Like, honestly, all I'm saying is, look, we did the whole thing about Nick, your man from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, yeah.
What was his name again?
Drake.
No, the producer.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider, yes, yeah. Like, you know, we talked about him on Gumroad a while back. Honestly, guys, you guys need to see that documentary.
It's crazy.
Now, the biggest thing that I always like to point out is this is what they're willing to say.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that they are.
And there's another one. Remember I told you one of the actors from Zoe 101 on Nickelodeon came out and said that it was abused by his
yeah.
What are they called? Manager?
Yeah. Oh, what about the Feldmans? Remember, he went for really weird.
Well.
What?
Drake has been in contact with Corey.
Yeah.
And he has been urging Corey. Corey did do a documentary a wee while ago, and it was called My Truth, but it never really went anywhere.
No,
it was kind of shut that shit down.
Yeah.
But it wasn't long after Corey Haim died.
Yeah.
But apparently Drake's been in contact with Corey.
Yeah.
To ask him would he go to a major network like Drake done.
Yeah.
Because it was on HBO Max, Discovery Plus for UK. But to ask him would he go to, and he'll back him.
Yeah.
And he's in talks with Corey.
Yeah, because he was saying like he was getting cheesed.
Corey has been talking about this for years.
Yeah. Now that's another one I really want to play up. See Michael Jackson, right? The guy was a freak. But I don't.
Corey Feldman, for one, who is out in half of fucking Hollywood, and he still stands by Michael. There's Macaulay Culkin. He outed a lot of people as well, but he still stood by Michael.
So and you know what? A lot of the stuff against
and the
Michael,
man's dead.
And also,
he could come out with it.
And also,
I think Michael was a pure fucking scapegoat. Yeah. Because he's weird.
Well,
he was weird.
He's weird looking, he's freaky, he's got a lot of issues. And also, he called a certain group of people leeches.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, what do you know?
Michael Deed.
Okay, that's very interesting. Look, we'll do one more. This one kind of got derailed. But yeah, Magic Yo, be careful. Protect your seed before they come for you. Yeah. Alright, this will be us. This will be the last one.
Right, Indian men have a staring issue. I thought the whole Indian men are creepy perverts was a stereotype / internet joke until it happened to me. What?
Meg, what was that one you were watching the other night? And there was like Indian people reacting to like a poo on The Simpsons, and they were like, "Oh, this is so."
Oh yeah, they said like a poo on The Simpsons they were watching.
And he's like,
"This is such a stereotype. Why they don't even sound like us? They don't like it doesn't even sound like us." And it's like you literally are talking like what? Are you listening to the same thing I am?
Yeah, I mean, like I know you can't hear your own accent. I know that's like a little thing, but
my guy.
But But, come on.
My whole week is ruined because of what happened to me last night.
Well, what actually happened right now?
One of the elevators in my building is not working, and we only have 3 elevators. I got into the elevator, and this Indian guy was behind me, and he kept rubbing his body against my...
What? How big is the elevator?
I feel so disgusted and angry. I kept telling myself he didn't do it intentionally, as the elevator was full. But my gut says otherwise. I want to forget about it, but I'm still angry. I noticed Indian men straight up staring at me. Also, a couple of months ago, I was walking home by myself around 9 to 10 p.m. I made random eye contact with this Indian guy. He approached me and asked for my number. I said no, and he kept following me for like 10 minutes. He started almost begging. Please give me number.
You know what? I'll give them Indian guys.
They're persistent.
Look, you know what? I'll give them credit because, like, a lot of fellas, I think, just go, oh, okay.
You must have a bit of Indian in you, James.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, you know what? That is considered sexual harassment in this day and age, so you can't really do that anymore.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with these people? These people. They're racist.
I felt Cut with the racist remarks, bro.
I felt unsafe, even though there were people on the street. I opened up to my friend about this, and she told me Indian men are obsessed with white women and pale skin because they have a caste system in their country. I'm not white, but I'm white passing. Honestly, so am I. I'm North African.
Yeah, you've got what, like 3%?
So I'm white passing.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Was it 8% you got on your 23andMe?
Not 0.8.
I got 100% North FC haplotype.
Yes.
Or phenotype.
But I'm white passing. Honestly, I'm considering purchasing tanning products because it feels like I'm being hate crimed every time an Indian man stares at me or approaches me.
Certain bumps. Yeah, we did a video.
I'm under the water.
We did, honestly, like, see...
The boys take a break from making white women uncomfortable to support genocide.
Yeah, I just love it. We They really do. To be fair, you know the reason is, it's because Hindus and Muslims just don't get on. I remember there was one time I was talking to one of the Indian guy in work years ago, and I asked him about the whole, it's like, yo, so what's the whole deal with, like, India and Pakistan? Because, like, I know that he's like, oh, they're criminals.
They're criminals.
They're criminals, James. I tell you, you need to be careful with bad. No, James.
And what was he? Was he Pakistani?
No, he was Indian. Well, he was actually Christian, so he was.
Was he?
Yeah, there is actually quite a few.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's quite a few, like, Indian Christians.
Not like I wouldn't go to India to find the site, like.
Yeah, but apparently there is actually genuinely, like, there's way more than what you would expect.
I'm starting to think, you know how people are like, oh, whenever you die, you go to hell?
Yeah.
Bangladesh.
You know that you know there actually is quite a few Jewish Indians as well. It's actually larger than what you think. Apparently, one of the biggest groups.
They're everywhere.
No, there was actually there was a ton of Jews that used to live in India before Israel. Pretty much all of them moved from there, so they did. It's really interesting to see if you look into it, actually, because I don't think a lot of people know about it. I was reading about it not that long ago, actually. It's like, oh, right, okay, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to finish up today. So yeah, magic, guys, am I right? Magic, we're going to birth the Antichrist.
Yeah.
If you're interested in birthing the Antichrist, you should check out the Bastard. You should check out the Bastard Princess. If you want to birth the Antichrist.
Same with Gumroad, to be fair.
Yeah, it feels like that's what we do on there. Like, honestly, like, see, when we first started doing Gumroad, people were saying, like, honestly, James, why don't you not just upload them to YouTube and then just make them, like, unlisted? That would never work.
Never work.
That would never work. That would just...
And, we would get permabanned from everything.
I mean, like, we are shadow banned everywhere.
So...
Like, if you looked at Neckbeardia, it's like, it's shadow banned. Like, pretty much most of what we do, most anything, we're shadow banned across everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just the way it is. And honestly, I think Gumroad's the best thing we've done ever, because it gives us so much freedom. You know, the thing is, one of the first videos I ever made was around the time I made a video, and then I'm not even joking, like 3 days later was like the first like adpocalypse.
Yeah.
And I remember, so I've never been able to like
recover from it.
No, not recover. I've never been able to make videos and not need to care.
Oh yeah,
because the thing is, you can be like, oh well, you know what? If they get demonetized, that's no issue. It's like YouTube doesn't promote videos that are demonetized.
No,
because they don't make money from it, even though sometimes they run ads on it. not anyway.
It's
They
still
don't run half as many. Why would YouTube want to promote something that they aren't going to make money off of?
Yeah.
They're going to promote videos that they're going to make all the money of the day off. Does that make any weird sense? So even if you're demonetized, it's still, you can still do it even if it, does that make any weird sense? I don't know how
anyway,
I'll spread it. But yeah, check out Gumroad. It's really cool. Class 4, the pre-launch page is up, but that's going to be a wee while. We got a load of new free stuff up on Neckbeardia, so go ahead, check that out. I'm thinking about swapping up the free Terminal Online videos. I'm thinking about taking down the ones we've got and like swapping them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing it because we're coming up on 50 videos now.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I might pick like another 3 and
upload them. Like,
yeah, I might do that. Like, you know, just to give people an idea of what you're getting into. Also, $7.50 a month, you can get access to all the videos, and you can download them all, and you can cancel your subscription,
and then come back in another couple of months and do the same.
know what I mean? That's what a lot of people do.
Thanks for coming.
By the way, also, if you do join, we have been playing Helldivers with the boys
with the boys in the Discord. So if you join, you also get an exclusive link.
Well, it's part of the Discord because there's no like comment section on Gumroad.
So that's why it's nice to have the Discord to be able to like talk about the videos.
Yeah.
But it's only people from the Gumroad.
Yeah.
Get into it. And we've been playing Helldivers. But
don't be thinking that if you buy that, then it means it's not like it's just what we've been doing.
It's just what we've been doing.
It's like, the same thing. Like I've been running games on it. Like I've been running the auto role playing game. But like, don't be thinking that's like.
Oh, we're on it.
For that, it's
just so like
it's just part.
It's a social platform.
Okay, I'm like, you know what? If someone's on, it's like, look, I need more people, and honestly, I've been getting carried something shocking by the boys on there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let us know what you think down below, all that good shit, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.